there, good evening and welcome to the broadcast. My name is Cynthia Nanjano. We've got quite a lot in store for you tonight, but here are the day's top stories on this 3rd day of October. 60 students paralyzed at Eregi Girls School in Kakamega. Cause of paralysis unknown.
I kindly request that you contain yourself. Hassan, kindly.
Ghosts of elections spur up confrontation at Bomas of Kenya between Azimio and Kenya Kwanza. Residents counting losses in Buruburu estate after suspected gas leak. Our SMS line is 23059 and you can watch us live on Facebook and on YouTube on EBN TV, and EBN Prime Edition begins right now. We begin off from within Nairobi, where a major fire broke out on Tuesday in the vicinity of nearby market stalls in Buruburu area, resulting in the destruction of some business stalls and significant damage to property. Speculations of a gas leak being the possible trigger have raised concerns, further compounded by residents expressing their deep dissatisfaction with the delayed response time of firefighters who arrived at the scene 1 hour later. Here is that story produced by our very own Geoffrey Wanyoike. A raging fire broke out in a residence located behind local business stalls earlier this morning in Buruburu area, causing significant damage to the business and properties. The devastation was intensified by what residents describe as a disappointingly slow response from the area's fire department, which led to Nairobi County Fire Department coming in and salvaging the situation. Eyewitnesses reported thick plumes of smoke rising from the residence as the flames quickly spread.
Sasa nikasikia tu simu inalia, naambiwa kuna moshi mingi sana nyuma ya biashara zangu. Kuna nyumba nyingine, kuna mtu anaishi nyuma ya biashara zangu. Sasa nikaambiwa kuna moshi mingi sana, kimbia. Mimi nikawacha kazi zenye nilikuwa nafanya kukimbia, nikapata tu niko na saruni hapo na niko na serious upande mwingine. Kapata vitu za saruni zote, mapisi, mafuta, manini, vitu mingi simeungua hapo ndani, hata broad rice iko wapi? Sink ya kuoshea customer ndio imeungua, imeisha hapo.
Local stall owners and bystanders frantically tried to douse the fire with available means, anxiously waiting professional help. The cause of the fire, though not officially confirmed, is widely speculated to have originated from a gas leak from one of the houses.
So mimi niko huko pale nikaona moto imeanza kuchoma kwa hii nyumba ya mwisho. So ndio tukuja kurescue. So hatujui kama kitu tumepata ni gas ilikuwa ina leak. So hatujui kama hiyo gas imesababisha hiyo moto ama ni nini.
However, according to distressed residents, it took an alarming amount of time for the firefighters to arrive on the scene.
Moto increase huko. Lakini pia tublame moto haya wa firefighter wanakuja after 1 hour sisi tukiwa mabesheni. Na anatoka tu hapa Utaringo. Ama anatoka wapi? Sini hapa KCC hapa. Wanafaa kujanga mapema. Tumemwaga na besheni wakisema gas hapa ndio meleki ilikuwa inachoma moto ikachoma kila mahali vile unaona.
The delay has raised questions regarding the preparedness and efficiency of the emergency response services.
Serious mind simemwagika, mchele, mdengu, kila kitu nimeona hasara mbaya sana, lakini mimi naachia tu Mungu atanisaidia.
To another developing story, more than 60 students from Eregi Girls High School are admitted at different hospitals in Kakamega County following an outbreak of a known illness. 30 students are admitted to the Kakamega Level 5 Hospital, 20 to Shibwe Hospital, and 10 to Iguhu Hospital respectively. The students, who are unable to walk are suffering from paralyzed legs. Most students are being rushed to various health facilities, as sources indicated that initial laboratory tests had revealed that the students had elevated electrolytes, an indication that they had lost fluids. Medical personnel from Cambry are expected to visit the school to assess the situation. Parents of St. Teresa's Eregi Girls High School in the county have been encouraged to remain calm as investigations are underway to ascertain the cause of the unknown illness leading to the admission of more than 95 students. According to the Kakamega County's CEC for Health, Bernard Wesonga, samples of blood, urine and stool have been collected and sent both to the Kisumu laboratory and to KEMRI in Nairobi for extensive testing to determine the root cause of the outbreak.
Hao wanafunzi walianza na shida ya kuumwa na miguu kutokea kwa magoti, alafu wakashindwa kutembea, hawatembei vizuri. Kutoka hapo wakapelekwa kwa hospitali zile nimetaja, na kwa saa hii wameendeshwa kwa hospitali. Wengi wao wanaendelea hospitali vizuri, lakini kuna wachache wenye wanashughulikiwa saa hii na madaktari.
Thank them so far because we had a meeting and they reassured us that they are investigating, but so far things are under control. And I want to urge the parents not to be worried because we are in charge and we are under control. I know there are so many rumors that are going around. I saw somewhere they are saying 200 girls. We don't have 200 girls. There are only 95 girls who are being taken care of. And we believe that by tomorrow when they give us the results, that will even give us the correct direction to make sure that we manage the situation.
And indeed, that is a story that we keep on looking out for. We shall be updating you in our subsequent bulletins as and when the news comes in. Back to the capital, as the National Dialogue Committee concluded the public participation exercise at the Bomas of Kenya on Tuesday, there were heated moments between the two camps as the ghosts of the 2022 elections cropped up. Following an issue on alleged rigging and manipulation of election results that cropped up, the Azimio la Umoja principal Kalonzo Musyoka and the East Africa Legislative Assembly Member of Parliament Hassan Omar seemed to ruffle each other's feathers over the contentious issue that was brought up by civil society's group who were making oral submissions.
The 2002 elections that you seem to be referring to, the gentleman you seem to be referring was not even a candidate. Yet elections were free and fair, and everybody accepted them as such. And so I want to demonstrate to you that if we could avoid, and you see there is this notion that the current president was not in government. Yet he earned salary as deputy president up to the month of September. I mean, who recruited the Chebukatis of this world? No. I can tell you the intrigue. Chebukati was second last. How he even became chair of the commission is a mystery that we need to investigate. In all recruitment processes, the top three can do the job. How did the second last person become the chair? That is manipulation that happened.
Maybe because I've listened to Omar over time saying one constant factor, another constant factor. I want you to know one of those factors has been sitting here with you. Because as a running mate to Raila in 2013 and in 2017, okay? And I know you were my Secretary General.
You considered the election of 2007 and you Peter Katikati up.
No, that's a different thing.
Kindly finish 1 minute.
Of course I did. It's a fact I did, and I saved your country.
Kindly, Suba, finish.
You know, when you stop being childish, Omar, we'll make progress.
Hassan, let's
don't get angry, sir.
Okay, let's Hassan.
So you'll never be governor of Mombasa. I can give it to you.
That's why
now this is going.
President of Kenya, I can give it to you.
I think my session.
Hassan, I kindly request that you contain yourself. Hassan, kindly.
I mean, let me.
Hassan, kindly.
Let's
stop attacking Raila.
Co-chair.
You cannot come here and also start to intimidate us.
President William Ruto has directed ministries to cut their 2023-2024 budget by 10% to align expenditures with available resources amidst the global economic stress. While chairing a cabinet meeting at State House in Nairobi, the president emphasized the need for the government to exercise prudence in resource utilization, firmly stating that wastage and corruption would not be tolerated. The head of state also issued a warning to government officials seeking to bypass the use of a unified payment system, underscoring the necessity for better oversight. Additionally, the cabinet approved the Gambling Policy of 2023, the Gambling Control Bill 2023, and the National Lottery Bill 2023, which will be forwarded to Parliament. These bills are intended to serve as a framework for transforming the gambling industry into a force for social progress. They aim to strengthen regulation and address high taxation perceptions, as well as utilize technology for a responsible and thriving sector. Still on the head of state, now the president on Tuesday embraced the United Nations Security Council's approval of the Kenya-led multinational security mission to Haiti. In a press statement on Tuesday, October 3rd, the president welcomed the council's decision, noting that it was an overdue and critical instrument to define the multinational mission. Ruto lauded the 15-member United Nations Security Council's resolution and termed it as an essential moment in the history of global multilateralism. The country's head of state went on to say that the situation grappling the Caribbean country demands humanitarian consideration and that it was a moral responsibility for the international community. While acknowledging the mission is of critical urgency, Ruto affirmed Kenya's commitment to intervene in the gang violence grappling the North American country and expressed optimism that the 1,000 troops Kenya has offered to send to Haiti will succeed.
On the 21st of September, I stood before the General Assembly of the United Nations to express the case for the United Nations Security Council to deliver a framework that would facilitate the deployment of a multinational security support mission to Haiti as part of a holistic multilateral response to the challenges faced by the nation. Specifically, I pleaded for a resolution under Chapter 7 of the Charter with the appropriate provisions to facilitate support for the Haiti National Police in enhancing its capacity to effectively provide security for the people of Haiti, their infrastructure, and property. I am delighted that today the Security Council has directly answered this call with UN Security Resolution 2699 of 2023, which mandates the multinational security support mission to reinforce the Haiti National Police with operational support and other joint interventions to enhance its institutional capacity with the aim of increasing its effectiveness in defeating the onslaught of criminal gangs, the rampant violent crime, human arms and drug trafficking, as well as other atrocities. The mission is also mandated to secure the country's critical infrastructure, including air and seaports, as well as other vital transit arteries and intersections. I welcome the resolution as an overdue and critical instrument to define the multinational mission. This mission is a fundamental intervention to provide the necessary conditions for Haiti to consolidate its development and governance. It is therefore absolutely essential that resources as well as operational scope available to the UN team as well as other humanitarian and development actors on the ground in Haiti, be appropriately reinforced.
Multimedia University students expressed their frustration on Tuesday by staging a protest in Rongai. Their main grievance was a prolonged delay in the disbursement of funds by the Higher Education Loans Board, HELB. In a display of their dissatisfaction, the students set a fire and sang songs, effectively blocking Magadi Road, which serves as the primary entrance to Ongata Rongai in Kajiado County. The delay in the release of HELB funds have caused great hardship for students, particularly those from low-income backgrounds. Anthony Manyara, the current president of the Kenya University Students Organization, KUSO, had previously announced that the Higher Education Loans Board had committed to allocating the funds this week. Butonge Boys High School in the constituency of Sirisia has witnessed heavy damage due to the heavy rain that fell on Monday night. About 300 students have estimated the loss due to the roofs of the dormitories, as well as 7 classes being carried away by wind during the heavy rains. According to the head teacher of the school, he stated that the rain started suddenly, leaving teachers homeless after roofs of their homes were blown away, while students remained scared after the tragedy. In addition, all academic activities have been disabled while the school continues to search for a solution.
Mkuu wa shule ya upili ya AC Butonge ambayo jana iliathirika na mkasa wa mvua ya El Nino mwendo wa saa 8:30, na haikuchukua muda maana palitokea upepo mkali ambao ulipeperusha paa za madarasa, bweni moja na nyumba ambazo walimu wanaishi. Takriban madarasa 7 yote yameng'olewa paa. Mengine kwa sababu ya hayo mapaa kuangukia yameharibika, kumaanisha kwamba hizo nyumba zinafaa kubadilishwa kwa kuweka mabati mapya, mbao na hata majengo mengine kwa sababu ni ya zamani. Kwa mfano kuna jengo ambalo wanafunzi wa kidato cha kwanza na cha pili wanasomea, lilijengwa mwaka 1952, kumaanisha kwamba limedumu kwa muda mrefu, na kulingana na ufundi wa siku hizo labda jengo hilo linafaa kufanyiwa ukarabati upya kwa kujenga.
From what you can see right now, psychologically we were disturbed because by that time we had some students who were taking exams. There were some colleagues who were in classes. So when it happened, all of a sudden they just found themselves being rained on unknowingly. And then also like from yesterday up to today, we don't have water on the compound because we use power. Our electrical lines got cut. We don't have power in the school. Some dormitories, in fact, the iron sheets were taken away. Students' items were were washed away. So actually, that's where we are. All is not well. It took about 30 minutes, and then everything else came to a stop. But then as a school, I think we were heavily affected and devastated.
Kuwa na mkutano katika mtandao na bodi ya shule, na tumeamua kwamba hatutaweza kufunga kwa sababu kuna nafasi kwingineko ambako hao wanafunzi wanaweza kujisetiri kwa muda, wakati ambapo hatua zinachukuliwa za kurejesha shule katika hali yake ya kawaida.
Cabinet Secretary for Public Service, Affirmative Action and Gender, Aisha Jumwa, has noted that the government is working round the clock to ensure Kenyans can access government services at ease. The CS has also stressed on the government's plan to ensure every sub-county in the remote areas has enhanced technology services and deliver instant services.
This week, the Ministry of Public Service, Gender and Affirmative Action joins the rest of the world in marking the annual Customer Service Week guided by the theme, Team Service. His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, has committed to ensure that every Kenyan has access to government services. To realize this, His Excellency, the President, is spearheading the digitization of all key government public services. Huduma Kenya program under the ministry, being the face of government services, has repositioned itself as a bridge to take government digitized services to the people through its platforms. Huduma centers, Huduma Mashinani programs, our contact centers, and the telecounseling centers will continue to act as the first-line support for all digitized government services. In line with the theme Team Service, Huduma Kenya has consistently delivered accessible, efficient, effective, and customer-centric government services by building a dedicated team of public servants from 43 ministries, departments and agencies and 33 county governments.
Siaya County Governor James Orengo has reiterated that naysayers will not deter him from delivering on the promises he made to the electorates of Siaya during his campaigns. The county boss addressed the public while presiding over oath-taking ceremony of the newly appointed CEC for Water, Sanitation, Environment, Climate Change and Natural Resources, Jacqueline Oduol. The newly appointed chief officers also received their appointment letters. Now, Professor Oduol takes over the portfolio that became vacant after the impeachment of Dr. Caroline Onyango, who was ousted on grounds of gross violation of the Constitution of Kenya, gross misconduct and abuse of office less than 6 months after assuming the office.
Are those who are called skeptics. They never see anything good. And for them, you know, the world is a very frustrating environment because they never look at the world positively. But I, for one, I'm not disturbed in any sense so long as we're doing the right job. But anyway, this is a happy occasion and I want to congratulate you heartily and look forward to working with you, knowing that you are going to deliver. You will be required to synergize with those who are in the county executive committee and those in the county government generally, so that we work together as a team for transforming Siaya and making the life of the people of Siaya better.
That except with the authority of the board of the municipal of Siaya
of the soil. Thank you. A round of applause. Asante sana.
Now, a magistrate court sitting in Siaya has sentenced a man to serve 40 years in prison after he was found guilty of defiling a 9-year-old child. Maurice Obondo, also known as Japolo, was found guilty of defiling the minor in a bush on February 20th, 2022. According to the witness statement submitted before the Siaya magistrate Benjamin Limo, Obondo lured the minor into the bush before doing that heinous act. A P3 form report from the hospital ascertained that the minor was indeed defiled. Elsewhere in the same court, a Ugandan citizen was found guilty of defiling a 3-year-old minor and was sentenced to 30 years in prison. Jackson Imogoi, also known as Tororo, is said to have committed the act on December 11th, 2022, when the parents of the minor were away in the market.
Section 2 of the Sexual Offences Act, and the particulars of the offence are that on 30th of February 2022 at Nyaminia village, within Cape Sub-County of Siaya County. Issues: one is the age of the minor, and the examination and identification. So I think the accused person was identified by the minor. Medical examination corroborated that she was defiled, and identification of the accused person was not in dispute. The offense happened in the broad daylight. So, Maurice, you are convicted of defilement as charged on the main charge. Sawa, umeelewa? Yes. So, shtaka la pili ya indecent act, you are acquitted with that. There was no evidence was led to support the charge of the alternative charge. So, you are convicted of the main charge of defilement.
Needy children from the Save Our Souls, SOS, were beneficiaries of products that were sent in from well-wishers who supplied food, sanitary towels, among other essentials. The Eldoret-based children's home was full of song and dance when the officials from a well-wisher landed at the Kapsoya-based facility carrying hope for the young ones. Led by the company's Director of Corporate Affairs, Humphrey Njiru, he stated that the visiting such homes is part of the corporate social responsibility to assist needy children across the country. The online betting company Pakakumi, led by the company's director Humphrey Njiru, said visiting the facilities around Eldoret and kept on warning youths against taking betting as a full-time job.
Gambling is not a full-time job. Gambling is a form of entertainment and leisure. Entertainment and leisure. And human beings deserve to have some sense of entertainment and leisure and to relax their mind. And people choose to relax differently. There are those who would choose to go on vacation. There are those who choose to watch a movie. There are those who, they go out for a dance, for a drink, and all that. And mostly, people combine all those things I've talked about. You go on vacation, you are taking a drink, you are reading a book, and you're also betting. So, we want you, after you are done with your budget, you meet the basic needs in families, you invest. Actually, we say work, save, invest, then entertainment. Work, save, invest, then entertainment. And it has to be in that chain. And when people do that, when people work very hard, they save, they invest, because you have to think about tomorrow.
Police are investigating the death of a 2-year-old child in Kayole who died after allegedly being beaten by her parents. According to the neighbors, the couple started beating the child after she refused to eat on Monday evening. The witnesses say the child, who had visible bruises on her body, had been rushed to a nearby clinic. She was then referred to the Mama Lucy Hospital but succumbed before reaching the facility. According to neighbors, the woman in the family is the stepmother after the little one's biological mother passed away.
Mwanaume ameua mtoto na ni vibaya, tunataka justice ya hapo katoto.
Piga mtoto mpaka umefika mahali ya kuua ni vibaya. Mtoto anachapwa kidogo, afanye discipline kidogo, lakini si haja ya kupiga mtoto ateuwe. Hiyo ni vibaya.